Does anyone know what this is? Well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, we're going to talk about what Americans spent before there was a U.S. mint. What coins did they use? So stay tuned. Here's my website, portsmouthcoinshop.com. If you're interested in buying coins from me, come over here to portsmouthcoinshop.com and you can make an offer on some things. I have sales going on. If you get a chance, check it out. I got a lot of variety over there. portsmouthcoinshop.com. Okay, so I have this here. This is 1776. It's a $1. It's Continental currency. This is one example of notes that after our independence and before the U.S. mint that you might see Colonials that would be spending these, you know. Like I said, most of it would have been coins. First off, let's do a little bit of history here. Some people think that this was the first single coin minted by the U.S., sanctioned by the U.S. But obviously it was 1783. That was before the U.S. mint was created. Then you have the 1792 half dime or disma or half dime, whatever you want to call it. All seems to be appropriate, just according to what resource you look at. But this was considered the first coin actually sanctioned under the Coinage Act that was minted by the U.S. So this here, like I said, I did a video recently on one of them that was found in a junk lot, I think in the U.K., in a coin dealer's junk lot. So there's controversy a little bit, but everybody knows that these coins were the beginnings of the U.S. mint. When this coin was struck, I think it was in Harper's basement that was in sight of the U.S. mint being built. Heritage is having a auction on Colonial coins, and here's a few that have sold before. We'll go to the sold auctions here. I have to sign in to see the sold auctions. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, but it's well worth it. Great research. A lot of good coins to look at on Heritage. Very nice. But here's the Colonial coins that would have been spent. Here's something that people get mixed up all the time. They made so many copies and fakes of this that most of them, probably 99% of them are fakes out there. But you can see they are very rare. To find a $456,000 coin, that's going to be unheard of. You know, very rare to find something like that. That's like winning the lottery a couple times. And here you have just different coins like the Constellatio. You have USA copper, bar copper. All of these coins, some of them were used. There were tokens that were used. People would do a lot of trading. Another thing would be to take 8 reals and 2 reals and 4 reals and they'd cut them in fours, cut them in pieces and use them as change and spend them. I've read some journals on that. Here's some examples of that. So that's basically what the U.S. would spend, Americans would spend. And like I said, I have that Continental currency, and I also have a couple things. And that was this coin right here. It's actually 8 reals. This is Mexico, 1795. And you can see that on the reverse here. You can see the MO. And, you know, that's what they would spend too. And they would cut this up as well. You mean you could cut up the dollar, and you cut it up into quarters, or you cut up into 5 cents. Things were not as expensive back then. I would say $1 was not easy to come by for a lot of people. Now, when I show you this one here, this 1795, it's obviously after the U.S. Mint was built. So, you know, the U.S. Mint basically 1793, began in 1792. The actual silver dollar would be the Spanish milled dollar. And this, whenever I show you this Continental currency a little bit later on, we're going to talk about that. But the Spanish milled dollars were the most circulated silver dollar in the colonial times. I don't have an example of that, but I was trying to show you, you know, some of the, like I said, 8 reals and things like that, or 8 reals, whatever you want to call them. Then you had these, and these are the Libertads, and 1888 on this one. They're also 8 reals. So I have a few of those I wanted to show you. But it's very interesting. I want to show you one of my all-time favorite colonial coins. I love the pine tree shillings. And I'm not sure why, but they're just really cool coins to me. And I will own one of these days. I'll probably get a problem coin, and you know, but just something has a nice eye appeal. But yeah, I really do like these coins. It'd just be cool to have one to show. It's just like that Continental currency. Right now, it's not for sale. until I get a better example. Then I'll put it up on the site. But I'm going to buy a better example of this. I think those are cool too to have. It's just nice to have something from 1776 in your hands. I mean, this is something when you look at this, this was spent. And obviously, probably, you know, it's torn, it's got wear and tear on it. You know, it's got the original signature. To me, this is just cool to have this. You know, and it's hard to read it, but it says this entitles the bearer to receive one Spanish milled dollar or the value thereof in gold or silver, according to resolution of Congress in Philadelphia, February 1776. I'm trying to read out that way, but so you notice it mentioned the Spanish milled dollar, so here it is. And this is what it could have been exchanged for, or equivalent in gold and silver. And that's how they used to have that currency at the time. It was backed, the paper was backed by something. The thing of it is, this is cool. This stuff is cool. You have something in your hands that, you know, George Washington was still alive. You know, I mean, they were just forming the U.S. I mean, we're getting our, you know, strength up, basically, our freedoms, our liberties. It's just really a cool thing, and it's really close to the 4th of July. We just had our independence celebration. And to me, it's really great. So thanks for watching my latest video. And one of these days, I'm going to get one of those pine tree shillings, maybe a few other things. I just like the Colonial era coins. I really do. So hit the sub button and also hit the bell to receive notifications, and have a great day.